How weird would that be?
Hi,
It's
we're watching. Oh, you
it's
go
movie
first.
time.
Yeah,
It's time for
hi,
a movie.
Is
it
it?
is.
Yeah, I'm just talking over. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Gilly. She or they. We're watching Scrim today, and I have not seen it.
All right. I'm Hell Breakfast. He, him. That's it. And yeah, I've never seen Scream either. Weirdly enough,
I'm
despite being
DJ.
a horror buff.
Oh,
Go ahead.
shit, my bad. I'm DJ.
Hi.
He, him, they, them, he, they, mayhem, all that good shit. I've also not seen Scream, so this is going to be like a weird. None of us have seen this one before yet.
That makes for the best conversations.
Like
No
it's
expectations.
yeah, it's bad. Like I've seen this movie in bits and chunks through like gifs and osmosis, and I've seen the scary movies multiple times because I love the first three ones. So technically, I've seen the first Scream. Kind of.
I mean, yeah.
Kinda.
I. Oh, you go
It's
first.
kind of this Casablanca situation with me, because I could probably quote most fucking lines from Casablanca because it's just so embedded in everything in America.
Especially if you're Southern.
I don't
Yeah.
fucking get it, but it's a thing. But like I've never seen Casablanca. I have no desire to see Casablanca because there's been so many parodies to the point that, yeah. So it's kind of similar with Scream.
I'm sure someday we'll throw it on here too. And do a
Uh,
podcast about it.
Y'all might have to have somebody else on there. I'm not watching Casablanca again. You
Oh.
cannot force me
Was
to
that
do it.
bad?
It's so
Just not for you.
So a while ago, I saw a tweet going around. It's like, oh, I can't believe these people who want to make movies aren't entertained by like movies from the early film industry. And I'm like, sometimes movies just don't grab people like that. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't make a movie because you don't want to dissect Schindler's List. Like, no, I don't.
I don't
I
want to be
didn't-
sad.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy the movie or like get something to take away from the movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just not a movie that I personally connected with.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of really old movies that can be super entertaining, like always, and there's plenty of them that are incredibly fucking boring.
Mhm.
It's
It just
also
depends.
a culture thing. Like I'm not. None of us are in the culture of the 30s or 40s.
Like
Mhm.
I've seen like the original Seven Samurai, and it's a pretty well made movie. It's also really long, and I don't blame anybody who would go into it and go, "I'm bored," and stop watching it. It's fair. That's just how some older movies, even classics, can be.
Yeah,
It's
well,
But
not
anyway.
they're not made for everybody.
sometimes a
But
classic is just boring.
Yeah.
But we're here to watch. We're here to see if Scream is one of those boring classics or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I know about this movie is a thing about the intro that I'll say later, so as not to spoil things, and also the guy who plays Shaggy is in it. Matthew
Lillard.
Lillard, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into this one I guess as a ringer because I know about the first scene, and for this movie and for Scream 5 if we eventually get to it,
Uh-huh.
I know the mystery already.
I do know the ending of this too. I do know what actually is going on in it.
I want to say for the most part I know the ending and a lot of the kills for most of the Scream movies, because for a good several years I would just, oh hey, this YouTuber I follow is doing a retrospective on this horror series that I'll never watch. Click, and that's 4 hours of my day right there.
I mean, it's great for working.
Okay, actually, that's a good thing we should do. If we're going to continue doing this podcast for the foreseeable future, we should probably cut to the chase about how me and DJ handle horror movies.
You want to start?
Weaklings.
So, yes. So, me and DJ are big babies.
Mhm.
And while we do like horror movies, we are also the kind to sit there and read through the Wikipedia synopsis so that we know what's coming ahead of time. Because we're big scaredy cats.
Yeah, and I want to move away from that for like 90% of horror movies. Like there are some where I'm like, I'm good enough just reading the synopsis. We're good here.
Yeah, I think yesterday was a step in that direction for me. Not with movies, but me playing the Resident Evil 2 remake while Hecky was watching, and ran into a couple of really effective jump scares that made me fucking scream while playing, and it was great.
That's the thing. Like I don't want to get into like a long diatribe or like I almost said a dictation. That's not the word. But I don't
Yeah.
want to get into just a long monologue about how like a lot of movies don't surprise or ignite me. And I think part of that is my fault. And another part of that is the fact that a lot of the times when I go to the movies, I am going for the equivalent of a McDonald's meal to a movie. Like, and I want to branch out of that. One of
Just try something. Let's try something different. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
ready to watch the movie?
Yeah, we're ready.
Sure.
I do not have a transition still. Like every time I do one, it's just a random sound that I find, and like I usually just have the text just going off in the distance before I do like my mid. Oh yeah,
You should do like a Halloween ghost noise or like a theremin noise for this one because it's a
We
horror
should do it.
movie.
We should do it with our mouths.
All right, now you know how these things go. Spoilers, frank discussions, probably a lot of swearing. But yeah, that's what's going to be after I do another transition. And since I can't do the same one we just did, have a new one. You look good today. I really like that movie.
Scrim is a good movie.
Scrim's a great movie.
It's very great.
Also, I was sitting here the whole time, like during that fantastic opening sequence, just like, actually, no, Jason does show up in the first movie, but right at the end. So technically you're wrong, Mr. Killer.
But I guess he wasn't the killer the first one. But that's besides the point. We're talking about Scrim,
Yeah.
which is a movie all about other horror movies.
It's a movie all about other horror movies, but like, it's about a lot of things.
It is It is both a parody and a love letter.
Yeah,
And it's also just
is.
really good.
Yeah. That you go first.
What was I gonna say? What I was gonna say was like it starts right, and it opens with a chick just being fucking terrorized, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fairly realistic because, well, it's pseudo realistic at least, because she's doing this shit and then like she does fight back. She fucking kicks the guy in the nuts and all sorts of stuff. But the opening thing is actually a genuinely kind of scary situation of, I'm coming from the point of view of an AFAB person who is, I am fucking 5'3" and 130. Like I'm not a big person.
Small.
Yeah.
And the idea of someone terrorizing you while you're all alone is a very real one to me. And I think, yeah, like, no, I had to ground. That fucking bullshit was scary.
Yeah. They did a very good job on it. The build up for it, the acting on it. It had some good misdirects too, because I was sitting the whole time going like, okay, the popcorn's totally gonna pop at like the most climactic moment or something. And no, it never does. Like,
it starts a fire. Not even that, it just catches on fire.
Honestly, I'll say the opening scene is probably the scariest in the whole movie.
It's also the goriest. Those are the goriest moments in the movie. Which, I mean, get them hooked.
But you don't even like see that particular one happening. They actually cut that one out until you just pans back to show the guts hanging out.
And what did he cut him with?
Something.
A vibroblade?
Yeah, something to rip somebody open.
It's like he cut him open and then just reached in with both hands and just shimmied everything out, like emptying.
Just shake it up real good.
Like, goodness. Yeah, the intro was very good and set the tone.
Yeah,
and the movie just well paced. The stunt work in this movie was actually I really enjoyed the fights with this is weird to say. I enjoyed the fights with Ghostface because it felt like an evenish thing. Like he'll
Yeah,
win if he
yeah.
gets the upper hand, but
But he's
this
still
is
he's
why
just a dude.
he's just dudes and
He's-
like
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm-
I actually did not expect it to be two fucking like psychos at the end. Just
oh, you
like,
just thought it was Lillard.
Okay, I'm really glad I didn't spoil that part. Yeah, because
Same here.
I did know it was two, but I couldn't remember who the other one was. I knew it was Matthew Lillard, but I couldn't remember who the second guy was. So I was trying to be like, okay, is it him? Is it him? The moment I fully realized was when Billy got stabbed.
big
yeah.
freaking wins.
Because when Billy turns around, I noticed a shirt and I went, the blood's too red. Just like they
There's-
said in the fucking movie. They said the blood's too red at the
Yeah.
blood thing. Yeah, and it's like, yep, he's the killer. He's the other one.
Also, something else too that at first
That
could
was
be
so
just
subtle.
it could be
Yeah.
counted as like a production error, but I think it was intentional. His shirt didn't have any holes in it.
I think it was intentional. I think it was
Yeah,
meant to make
absolutely.
you. It was meant to make you panic in the moment to throw you off, which was a good like in universe thing and out of it because she would have enough reason to not notice there were holes. She would have just panicked, going, "Oh my god, there's a killer, and it looks like my boyfriend got stabbed." While the
Mhm.
audience were so trained to, I think that was something that makes the gore a good misdirect because a lot of the movie you're not fully seeing the deaths. So the fact you see this incredibly graphic thing in the opening scene, and then by that point, you kind of forget, oh yeah, it's just a normal thing in movies to not always have that, right? Oh wait, no, it's intentional. He's not dead.
This is also a very grounded horror movie. Like
is.
Ghostface is not a supernatural killer. Again, they're just dudes, and I feel personally, this is just me. I think I could take Ghostface in a fight. Like I think I could. I think I can do
Sucks
that.
the movie sucks the people in this movie, but I'm better.
I mean, well, okay, on a one-on-one, you know this guy is coming for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
actually that creative.
Yeah, no.
Stealth score super fucking high though.
Oh yeah, no, like they got some style. They they fucking they are pretty clever.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
also
Fairly
that
clever.
is such a weird grudge that they held there at the end.
Oh.
Like
For
the dude
Loomis.
played the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The longest long game. I'm going to make this girl love me to the point that she gets over her terror of sex. As I terrorize this entire town, having killed her mother.
Not
Yeah.
only killed her mother.
Like seriously, like
Ooh, that's
it's fucked up.
It's a little bit, yeah.
It's like, bro, that is a long time to harbor a grudge.
mhm.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
then like go ahead.
I'm going to kill and essay your mom. Also, so that's going to give you trauma for sex. But I'm going to seduce you over a year, have sex with you, and then attempt to kill you. Is that cool? We cool? We good? We good for that?
All to
And
get
for-
revenge on your mother, who is dead, by the way,
Yeah.
because my mother abandoned me because of my father's actions with your mother.
We gotta fuck with the child too now, and also because of our other motivation, we have to make sure you break the rules of horror movies so that we have a more entertaining excuse to kill you.
Like, so
It's
seriously,
up to the rules.
Yeah.
like, okay, bro, you are insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certified. Both of them are certified.
Both of them-
just
both
for
of them-
different reasons.
Yeah, both of them played really fun, like crazy villains at the end. Like they were very fun to watch.
Like,
Fuck.
Lillard doesn't have a motivation. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know, peer
He's doing it
pressure.
because his friend's doing it.
I also realized I did know another line from this movie that I forgot was in here until we got to it. But the movies don't make people psychos; it just makes psychos more creative.
That's such a good
What a line.
It's a fun
That's
line,
so
yeah.
good.
What a fucking line.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. So the two killers are Matthew Lillard, and I laugh every time I think of this dude's name, but it's Skeet Ulrich.
That's an incredible name. Dude, the Lord kept latching on to everybody.
Yeah, like I like all. I hated Gail when the movie started.
The reporter.
Yeah.
I mean, she was still pretty shitty even by the end. She just happened to come through. So
I mean, she is definitely a
opportunistic shithead.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's likably hateable, but she got there by the end of the movie. Like around the middle, like, okay, I kind of, oh, she's just going to seduce Dewey. Oh, okay, I guess she might actually genuinely like Dewey, who this bumbling cop trying to do his best. I'd hate you in the other movie too.
The one that I said felt like they plopped a character from Andy Griffith into a horror movie.
Yeah, God, that. Oh,
yeah.
God, that's what he feels like. Ooh, yeah, put him back in Mayberry. Don't make him.
He doesn't need to be here. Yeah.
Also, like just the other characters, Tatum, the best friend. I was sad to see her go.
Yeah, because she was kind of a fun, like,
Billy doesn't
positive thing in the movie. Yeah,
Billy and his penis don't deserve you. I'm like, that's okay.
That was
I mean, his penis doesn't deserve her.
No.
His penis deserves nothing.
Penis deserves to get stabbed. Just like I knew all of the stuff going in, but I'm like, I'll see how it plays out. And knowing certain things happening made the movie better for me. Just like seeing all the little hints and moments during two of Jamie Kennedy's really good monologues about the rules and when the movie store scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that scene is great.
Yeah, that was really fun. Just here's all. This was again like just what's the word?
Meta.
Yeah, just watching, knowing, because again, like I like watching, knowing that Matthew Lillard's one of the killers, and just him having this saying, it's like, oh, well, why is it this or this and this? I guess, well, because that doesn't follow the rules.
And he's saying that because we follow horror movie rules.
Yeah,
a little bit. So I want to find out who got what kill in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know Billy got Tatum at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the number of scenes that they must have like quickly swapped like back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like how smooth it had to have been, like at the car scene right before they're coming back into the house, and it's like, man, you threw that outfit off really fast and then ran up to the house screaming like, give me the gun, he's crazy.
But think about the actual outfit. It's a mask and a cloak.
Yeah.
Like, you can just toss those. That's honestly genius.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
a good thing to play off of getting everybody to be a suspect kind of thing, like how they're mentioning earlier. Oh, you can just buy this anywhere. There's like no way to track like that. Mm-hmm. And then all the people like, oh, wouldn't it be a funny prank if we freaked out people wearing this costume? Well, now it's making their job easier.
Yep.
How dare you? No, it's staying in now.
Unless my memory serves me incorrectly, I think for every scene she was in, Gail was wearing red.
Was she?
She might have been.
I think so.
There's probably a lot more little things throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, let's be honest.
It's that kind of movie.
Like I want to check and see if somebody's like, does Gail wear red the entire movie? You know, she's one of the many red hair suspects.
I'm sure there's one of those like 100 facts about this movie you never noticed kind of videos out there. So I'm sure we can find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot of surprisingly genuine moments.
Mm-hmm.
That surprised me, honestly.
Yeah, like we're it's
your
clear
reaction to Loomis being revealed as one of the killers was very genuine and got a good laugh out.
Wait, which one?
When he was like, "What the hell?" when Loomis
Yeah.
pointed the gun at Jamie Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, I
The
thought
fact
you.
that the fact that Jimmy Kennedy lived is hilarious.
Hey, he was a virgin. They followed the rules.
They followed the rules.
I've never been so happy to be a virgin in my life. Immediately dead. I'm like, all right, y'all mean. Y'all are mean.
Mean.
It's yeah, it's fun how the movie like it's a legit horror movie. The whole thing is an actual direct horror movie that is satirizing itself and is comedic, but it's not a comedy. It's not a parody of itself. It's like, I mean, there were some scenes that are like so on the nose, like, you know, again, like the scene of the just talking basically to the camera a few times, or turning the corner and the janitor named Fred dressed like Freddy Krueger, and it's like, okay, that's like bordering it to like some Mel Brooks like airplane comedy territory.
Yeah.
but it's kind of great. So,
And I think in a lesser movie, those jokes wouldn't have landed.
you cut out.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I think in a lesser movie, those jokes would have landed.
That got worse.
How did that get worse? Hold on. Pause in here. All right. Am I good?
Maybe. Say the line again. Let's see if it works.
Okay. I think in a lesser movie, those jokes would not have landed as well or at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
would have seemed cheap.
Yeah,
Okay, so also they killed the fawns.
They
sure did.
Also, what is with them hanging people like from things by their guts? Because they did it twice in this movie, once on camera and once mentioned. But like, when do you have the time?
I guess just because it's weird and fucked up, I'd assume.
I guess.
Also, the fucking scene of the fawns just nearly stabbing those kids in the face while talking about how much he's going to eviscerate them. That's like the funniest scene in the movie.
Oh my
That
god,
scene was
yes.
fucking funny.
It was so good. There's so many like I think I'd heard someone say this before, and I can get it now, that for some people a movie like this is a comfort movie to them.
Yeah.
Like in a weird way. It's like, yeah, this horror movie, but it's like, yeah, it has these weird vibes to it that I can get.
Like I mean, this is just foreshadowing how it's going to end, but I would absolutely watch this movie again and again.
What was I gonna say? I would too. I really do. I enjoy this movie a lot. One of the things that I do enjoy best about it is that yes, it is actually a genuinely smart movie, and there's just enough winking at the camera. I know later movies in the vein of this had just way too much winking at the camera bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
We'll get there. I want to do all the movies because I have to see. I want to see 6 so bad.
Why?
The trailer looked so fucking good and well done. I'm like, I gotta know how we get there.
Okay, so see, I was scared that it would be bad.
We're going to have, I think it's either 3 or 4 that's not very well.
But it's this movie is a loving movie. I honestly, sometimes I forget what it's like to have a good, solid movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's solid, it's quality. It's not too much, like, it's not over the top. It's not, I mean, it is over the top. It's a horror movie, but you know what I mean. It's not. God, I'm gonna sound like an old man.
It feels genuine.
It feels genuine. They didn't have to go overboard with stupid special effects. So, like, this was made in the 90s. So, yeah. And I don't actually hate CG. I hate how everything's CG.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
You can get really creative kills and stuff without that.
One thing to mirror what you said, Hecky, during the movie, not a lot of these kills are creative. Most of them are, I stabbed you a bunch.
Yeah.
One of my favorite kills was actually,
Tatum.
yeah, like shit.
Like the having your neck broken and mostly decapitated by a garage door. Horrifying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Been disproven, but I don't care. It's still horrifying.
Honestly, like, I'd probably have to watch the movie again to see if this was actually right, if it's just the vibe I had or the expectations. But it seemed like some of the times that the killer finally does show up, like the buildups are really good. Like all the buildups and stuff like that, they're all set up really well. And then by the time the killer does show up, it feels like it doesn't feel as jump scary as I expected it to be. It's just like, oh, he's coming out like the first, like in the opening scene, as much as it's all this terrifying buildup, and it's still terrifying when he does come to kill her. It's also surprising, like, oh, he's just kind of there. He's just like, I'm here now. I'm chasing you. Like,
I think
it's honest.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that the biggest jump scare that I can imagine was actually when, what was the main character's name? Oh my god, Sydney. When Sydney tackles Billy at like the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest jump scares, is her getting back at him.
Also, can I just say, Sydney is my favorite like horror movie character. Period.
She was great. Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'll get some fighting today.
Yeah.
Homegirl ran and fought.
Yeah. She was great.
But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Like she's just a good main character. Like she's just solid.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you take into account that she's supposed to be either 16 or 17.
Yeah, I think we had said it during the movie that they did feel like teenagers, most of the characters. Mm-hmm. But I think one of you also pointed out this is like the second high school movie we did. We said it in a row, but I think actually we did the Dungeons and Dragons movie in between these, but it was still yeah.
I think an upload is going to be other high school movie.
Yeah.
We're not doing high school. It's going to be Mean Girls and then this. I think. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
So
on upload it'll be 2 in a row.
Yes, on upload.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out a couple things. So the janitor was played by Wes Craven.
That's
really?
what I thought. I expected it. Yeah. I knew he was going to be in the movie somewhere.
And one of the reporters was Linda Blair.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is that?
The Exorcist.
She's the girl.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I'm sure. Like I said, like this is one of those I want to actually look more into, because like we said, I'm sure there's like tons and tons and tons of little details we completely missed that are in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, like the one character being named Loomis. Like really? Okay. Like we're doing that. Like I think a lot of the names are supposed to be based on horror characters.
Also, reporter woman, fucking her clothing. God damn it, the fucking Dayglow suit she has. Just that's all. I don't have anything else to say.
I felt real bad for her cameraman.
Oh man,
he was just he was trying to do his job, and with his dying breath, he's like
still trying to protect her.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. I don't know how they got that. I don't know how they got that big dead-weighted man up onto the ceiling.
I assume this is kind of the running gag for it, like that, and like the hanging stuff. It's just how did y'all do this?
How did you get the time?
How did you do it so quickly? Yeah.
So normal ending things. This is actually going to be a short one because it's just a real solid, enjoyable horror movie.
Yeah, it's just a solid movie. I'd recommend it to anybody. Actually, I would recommend it to people who aren't really that big into horror even.
I was going to suggest the same thing.
Yeah, like we said, how I'm usually very before jumping into movies. It's like, no, this was fine. This isn't really that bad. It does the thrills the right way it needs to.
It was tense when it needed to be. It also had moments of levity. Sitting there,
You broke
acting
up.
is-
You broke up again real bad.
I
One
don't
of
know
the-
why.
One of the days, huh?
Yeah.
It is one of those days. And
It
I was
super
gonna
is.
quote Limp Bizkit, but I just realized I don't know the words to that song. But like it's tense where it needs to be. There's levity where it needs to be. There's like genuine heartfelt stuff when there needs to be. Your main character is flawed and realizes that by the end of the movie. And she's like, oh shit, had an innocent man thrown in jail.
Whoops.
Oh.
My bad.
Even the psychopaths were likable. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like everyone it's just a good solid movie. It's just solid. The word is solid.
mhm.
Yeah.
I would definitely, absolutely show this to somebody who's like, I want to start horror movies, but I'm a little baby. Let's just watch the first Scream.
Go from there. Be
Yeah.
fine.
How you feel?
Yeah,
If
you don't shove someone straight into Evil Dead.
No. Or The Thing.
I'd shove someone into the thing.
I know you would. I'm saying I wouldn't.
Yeah, but that's because you're a nice person.
See, like, okay, so here's mine, right? I would definitely start somebody on I'd start them on Scream. Then I would work them up by showing them Cabin in the Woods.
Actually, yeah, that's
I was
a good
thinking
one.
that. I was thinking of Cabin in the Woods a couple times during this movie.
Yeah, no matter what you think about Joss Whedon, that is actually a good movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it definitely tries to do a lot of things that this movie did too, and does them pretty well.
And after that, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna stick in this like whole comedy horror. It's gonna be this horror deconstruction and straight movie. And I'm like, all right, it's stupid though. And then I would show them like Child's Play or Bride of Chucky, just one of those two. Maybe the first Bride of Chucky, because that one has some fucking gnarly kills in it.
Bride of Chucky?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're working people up, you start with the first one, though. Once you get to Bride of Chucky, though, it's basically a comedy.
Yeah, I'm saying I would start people out with horror comedy
See, because
and lose the comedy.
you go Bride of Chucky, then you go Evil Dead 2.
That's good. And
We're
I would-
talking. This is the grooming you for horror pipeline.
Apparently.
and after that, like, y'all might disagree with me on this one, mainly because it's a sequel. To take out like more of the comedy, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I have not seen that.
Yeah. Those get they sure do.
The first two were fun.
Oh
Like, the
yeah, they're
first
fun.
one-
They're
okay.
good movies.
The second one's really good though. Like, I
Yeah.
like the second one. It has one of my favorite like horror movie kills in it.
I want to say I also would agree that I like the second one a little better.
So I can still vividly picture that scene of homegirl in them heavy Doc Martens trying to walk across like a thin glass ceiling. Like, girl, you gonna fall. You gonna fall.
Actually, have you guys seen the Final Destination movies?
I
Mm-mm.
will not watch those.
You
They-
should put that on the list.
They
I've
kind
seen
of
I've seen
they
the
kinda-
first one.
They kind of what?
they hit something weird for me too. I think I might know what DJ's talking about.
They're a little mean.
Yeah.
They're on the trail to Saw.
It's the gore for me.
Yeah, but a lot of the kills are very creative. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah.
Like, I've seen the first one, which I think is fine enough. Watching
I've
this
seen-
one of
I've
these
s-
movies.
I've seen a couple clips for some of the later ones that made me go, I don't know. I can take and it's not even. I think like Heki put it, it's the mean spirited thing. Like, it's hard to define sometimes because it's like I can handle some movies that can be incredibly fucking gory, but it's the context to why those things are happening that kind of make the difference for me.
Mhm. These people
and,
survived a
yeah.
traumatic accident. Guess I better kill them in the worst ways possible.
Yeah, it's probably
Alright,
why
then.
like it's like why sometimes like action movies that are just happen to be gory might be kind of different. It's like, okay, sure, we're having a fight scene and there's gore in it. Sure, why not? Compared to them,
But back
which
to
actually that reminds me, we should put Malignant on the list. Just
Put it on
trust
the
me.
list.
I'm not gonna say why, but trust me.
I'll put it on the list. But so final thoughts. same deal as always. Would you watch it again?
Mhm.
Would you own it? And your favorite scene? And I'm gonna pick Gil.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
Okay. Yeah, I would watch it again. I'm kind of indifferent as to whether I would own it or not, but I would watch it again, and I would also it's one of those I'm like I would put this on the background as well, just hanging out with friends. Like friends just hanging
Mm.
out, and let's quote watch something where we're not really watching, we're just kind of vibing. It's like, yeah, let's just put Scream on. It's fun. It's got like just the right level to have the fun scenes in there that you occasionally kind of turn to and make comments about, but otherwise it's just there. And I would also sit there and just fully watch it too. It hits both of those vibes for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't mind owning it though, is what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. And favorite scene?
It's a toss up. Because the Henry Winkler thing was really, really good, but I also just liked the whole finale just because watching the two of them go full on we're crazy killers was really entertaining. It was very, very fun.
All right, Hecky, you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to owning this. Yeah, I also prefer to own physical media. So yeah, I would like that on something. Since you did say my favorite scene, what I'm going to choose, because we have to choose something different. I'm actually going to choose the first confrontation with the reporter.
Yeah.
That
Because
was
the emotions there were so fucking raw and real.
Mhm.
Like I would have genuinely thought those women just hated each other.
Yeah.
But it also shows it shows okay, this reporter's kind of a bitch, right? She's kind of a mean meanie. And this girl has reason to be traumatized by all of this. And then you see the reporter she has a depth to her.
Yeah.
As well as being she's hateable, but you can see in her face and some of her hesitations and some of where you see the character thinking
Her
she
excuses.
doesn't really feel that great about what she does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though she looks to her person, she's like, and if we find a killer, it'll make my book deals good. However,
She's not she's not like
irredeemable.
yeah, she's not like completely unsympathetic to why she's doing things while also you're still doing shitty things. Yeah.
No, she's
It's-
horrible and mercenary, and it's obvious that like internally she has to tell herself she's doing good, but she does
Yeah.
have humanity. So
Yeah.
I think, and it does bother her that she's hurt this girl.
She's also empathetic because she was right about the killer.
Yeah.
She was right, and that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
She was right about everything. I'm sure
Yep.
I don't know. I wouldn't feel happy to be vindicated at that point.
Mhm.
But
I'm
That's
gonna
my
remember all the characters this movie. I just realized that sounds like a weird thing to say, but there's a lot of horror movies. I mean, well, I want to get back to the
yeah,
ending
all
thing.
the named characters.
Like, there's a lot of horror movies there. It's like, okay, sure, you're like the one or two I'll remember because you're a little bit memorable, and everyone else is just fodder. It's like, no, there's a lot of good characters in this.
Mhm.
But that's all. Your turn.
Me turn. All
Yeah.
right. So first off, yes, I would watch this movie again. I plan on it. As for owning it, I can get the first 3 movies on Blu-ray for $15.
Damn.
And I'm kind of
Hell yeah.
hovering over the purchase now button. Just
I mean, maybe you should, yeah.
so, yes, I would. I'm going to own this at some point in the very near future. My favorite scene, though, like, I really like not the first encounter with the reporter, but the second one outside the police station in the back.
Is that when she punches her?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
like I really like that one. But the first interaction between Ghostface and Sydney in that house feels like the climax of a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. That
'Cause
part.
when we were watching it, I was like, "Oh shit! Did I accidentally skip over a good chunk of the movie?" Like I had to check the time, but no, like,
Yeah. It's like
no, they
okay,
got
are
down to the
they?
fight quick?
It's like, are they misdirecting us twice? Like, is this girl gonna die too? Because I thought she was the main character, and it's like, oh, okay.
No, they already did their psycho homage with Drew Barrymore, which means that E.T. had a very sad extended ending.
my god.
But I also really like not the whole climax, but the scene of right after Billy comes down the stairs after being quote stabbed, and Jamie Kennedy's like, he's out there, he's going crazy, and he just points the gun at him, and like the shift you can see on his face gives me chills.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Realizing too now, it's a like I'd want to watch the scene where he hugs her when he sneaks into her bedroom the first time and he hugs her, and the not the first time, but when the cell phone drops out, and then compare it to the scene near the end, 'cause I think that's the scene where he hugged her again, and it paralleled really well. It was like, oh, this is it's like the movie was screaming and telling you the ending.
Look at your mom. What she did made you have sex with a psychopath. Billy, you can't say things like that.
I mean, that is super fucked up.
What was that really shitty thing he said earlier in the movie to her?
Oh, when he was
it makes you think, oh, he's just being a really tactless boyfriend, until you realize, oh my god, no, you're the fucking villain.
When he was like, oh yeah, your mom died, but like I want to get laid. That the conversation that boiled down to that.
Yeah, it's been a year, get over it. Yeah.
It's like,
damn.
Like, I know you're the killer, but you the fucking killer. Like,
bruh.
It's like, dude,
you're a bad person.
That's a funny fucking line too, because it's like, dude, you're the one that's harbored a however years long grudge and killed a bunch of people over your fucking trauma. What the hell, bro?
I just want my girlfriend back. Like that. That's when it's like, okay.
Okay, you need to die. I'm gonna be happy when you die. Actually, him running around with feathers stuck all over him.
It was so funny.
And them stabbing each other.
Yeah.
Be careful. This is the part of the movie where the killer gets back up for a final scream. He does so. Bang. Not nice. Like,
I don't know, man. Peer pressure.
I mean, this is kind of a badass, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, this is a movie with badass girls in it. Like women and girls.
Like, man,
I
wish Tatum survived, okay? Like, I
Me
really
too.
liked her.
I liked her a lot. I actually genuinely
cared
was
about
unhappy.
her friend.
Yeah, I was genuinely unhappy, though it was a funny kill.
I mean, she also didn't go out easy.
No one does. No, even the first girl that gets killed didn't go out easy.
Well, the principal went out kind of easy, but
I mean, that was funny though.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting that. Actually, the male victims went out way easier than the female victims.
Slit and stabbed. Yeah. There was only 2 dudes that died in this movie. Wait, 3.
Yeah, but they both went down way weaker.
3. The boyfriend at the beginning.
Yeah.
He just got gutted.
He was tied up though. Like there was nothing he could do.
They apparently beat his ass before they tied him up because he was looking rough.
Yeah. He must have fought.
This
dark.
This movie, I said it earlier. This movie feels grounded. The fights feel like fights, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's like that one. I think it's in Jason Takes Manhattan, and whereas it's Jason versus the boxer dude, and he's just up there throwing punches, and Jason's like, all right, cool, and knocks the dude's head off in one hit. I'm like, that's funny, but like, come on. So that's Scream. I don't know what movie we're going to do next.
We will talk about it after the recording, I assume.
Yeah, it probably won't be a horror movie.
You don't want to do several horror movies in a row? You don't want this to be a horror podcast?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't want it to be either, so we're good. I'm glad we're on the same train of thought there.
So I still don't have a sign off, so I'm just going to say movies don't make psychopaths. Movies make psychopaths more creative.
Hell yeah. Bye.
All right. right, so thank you for watching. That was the episode. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share. Just toss a subscribe on there. Like, there's other stuff coming to the channel outside of these episodes. This has just been something to do to kind of ease myself back into the content creation thing and to hang out with my friends. And who wouldn't want to do both those things at the same time? Anyway, I'm DJ. This has been You Haven't Seen That. So, have a good day.